It is about 40 degrees here in Northern California, but I'm wearing shorts because I'm heading to Southern California. I'm loading up the Red Rocket and I'm gonna go hook up with a couple of my friends that I met on the last Chasing Epic Moab trip. I've got another Chasing Epic trip coming up. I'll leave the link in the descriptione, but let's get on the road. Let's head to SoCal. There's a couple other things I'm gonna be doing in the meantime. Helmet, shoes, pedals, pump, check. Everything's good. 43 degrees. Blast that heater. It's about 8 a.m. on Saturday. I don't expect to hit too much traffic. Probably take me 7 or 8 hours to get down there. I don't think the color ever comes through in video on this bike. It's quite ridiculous. About to finish up this audiobook, and then who knows what audiobook I'll queue up next. I've got all kinds of stuff ready for me. Outside temperature has rocketed up to 57 degrees. It's supposed to be 75 degrees in LA today, so we'll get there. Still got a while to go. First stop of the day, the one and only, the much hyped In-N-Out Burger. I enjoy the hell out of In-N-Out Burger. I think it is in the upper echelons of fast food. The service is great. The ingredients are very, very fresh. The lettuce is great. The onions are great. The spread, the thing the dressing they put on the burgers is fantastic. The hamburger meat is so bad. I mean, it's good, it tastes okay, but it's just it's like little pancakes of burger. You can't be a burger joint and have little 1/4 inch wide burgers. So I eat here in protest. Obviously, McDonald's burgers are the worst. Like, there's no competing with that. Like, the buns here at In-N-Out are fresh, even though I don't eat the bread. I go protein style, so it's a lettuce wrap. It's great. It's just not excellent. They need to get their meat situation figured out. It's not a real burger. Their bathrooms are pretty god-awful too. Every time I go in there, it's too wet, it's too dirty, it's too busy. It's very much on par with McDonald's, where there's only one urinal and one stall. It's like, come on, there's a million people here. Let's get some more bathrooms. And of course, I forgot to mention the fries. The fries are friggin' great too. It's a great operation. It's fantastic. You should go if you've never been. But do not try to tell me it's a great hamburger. Oh, it's a cluster. I got in and got out pretty easy, but now it's just a madhouse here. I forgot to tell you guys what I actually get at In-N-Out when I go. So I get quadruple meat, protein style, which is like the lettuce wrap, and then no tomatoes with grilled onions. And that always confuses the people at the counter. As good as the In-N-Out employees are, they are the A+ players in the fast food world. It's still maybe once out of every 10 times I go, the person can just boom, 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 like do it fine. But most of the time it's like, no cheese, what? I just don't know how to frame it for them to actually get it. So I've always thought that I need to just take a picture of my receipt when it works out and just show it to them. Strangely enough, I actually ran into someone I knew at the In-N-Out Burger in Kettleman City. It was my old buddy Andrew, who I used to work with at the Chevys in Fairfield as a busser. We were both bussers. We probably got hired the same day. That job was really, really hard. Working at a restaurant is a friggin', I guess a nightmare. I don't know, it's very, very hard. The craziest, hardest days you would work, you would come home with cash in your pocket because bussers would get tipped out from servers. Every server or waiter would give you, a certain amount of money at the end of the night that was a percentage of their tips. So on the crazy nights where you would make maybe $100 and you would take that cash home, you would just feel so hurt. You'd just be dead. Such hard work. Those kind of jobs really mold you into a person that wants to work with your mind and not with your body. Even though I guess what I'm doing now is kind of 50-50 body and mind. We were recounting a bunch of different funny stories and trying to remember the names of all the different people we worked with, all kinds of people whose names I forgot but Andrew knew, and then names he forgot that I knew. And I had to retell the story about when, Chevys, you make all the salsa fresh. So there was trays of tomatoes. Like you would put in 2 or 3 trays of tomatoes and other spices. You'd load it into like this thing that looks like a cement mixer, and you would spin it around and that would make the salsa. I dumped an entire batch of salsa, like a cement mixer full of salsa, on the floor one day. And you know, it had to be like within my first week of working. It was probably the first time I ever made the salsa. Just, oh man. Nobody got too mad. It was just like, all right, here we go. You know, the main chef had to come over and assess the situation. Ugh. When I think about that job, I also think about the beautiful woman I used to work with that was completely interested in me, and I took no fucking chance whatsoever in pursuing it, like a dumbass. And still one of the biggest regrets of my life. All my regrets have to do with women and not taking chances. Don't end up like me and have 1,000 women that have showed interest in you, but you were too scared to do anything about it. As I sit here and think about everything that passed me by because I wasn't aggressive enough, and then think about all these Hollywood predators, all these people using their power to prey on women and take advantage of women, it's like this tale of two cities, right? Like, if I was growing up in this day and age, I would be even more scared to take any chances. I would just be like, no, oh, we need a waiver. I need a contract to be able to kiss you. Versus all these creepy guys that are just gonna friggin' go, they're not gonna stop. They're just gonna find a different way for their outlet of creepiness. They all knew it was wrong. Like, you're not gonna stop this aggressive. All these guys are in positions of power because they are ruthlessly aggressive. It's not just their sex lives, it's their normal lives too. So, I pity the fool that's gonna grow up like I grew up. Take action. Don't be a psychopath. Go after what you want, but don't be creepy. Good luck. We've officially made it to Southern California. 80 degrees outside and horrible traffic. I did not plan on going for a ride today, but I'm in Simi Valley, and Simi Valley has one of my most favorite mountain bike trails in the world, and if I'm this close, I've got to do at least one lap. The whole reason I'm down here in Southern California is because my mom wants to go to the Rose Parade. It's something she's wanted to do forever. So every year, New Year's Day, they have the Pasadena Rose Parade, and that's why I'm here. But I drove, they're flying. I'm meeting my mom, my aunt, my brother, and his wife later today, and I still have a few hours. I got here early enough where it's like I can put all my riding gear on, go for a ride, get back, and go meet them up, and no one will be none the wiser except for me smelling. I rode this trail once a while back, so I think I can figure it out myself. I think I turn up this street, head up, and then finding the actual trail, I'll probably just use trail forks. All right, I think I've got everything. Double check. Good enough. I'm gonna be chasing daylight here. That doesn't happen very often for me. This feels really, really good after being in the car for 5 hours. Cut my finger open yesterday. The wound has opened back up. No smoke in the air today. The wildfires, I believe, are still going here in Ventura County. Must be out to the west in Northmore. This is where my intuition must guide me. Oh, it all looks the same. All right, I found it. It's all looking familiar. You know, I love this trail not because it's super gnarly and scary and has endless flow. I love it because it's like a piece of artwork. All this natural slate and stone. And where does the trail go? Okay, I see the entrance. I'm supposed to go this way. But it's this beautiful landscape that is just all part of it. Whew. It's just this trail so finely blended with the landscape. 1,200 feet of descending in just like 1.7 miles. Okay, here's a little drop. Oh, it's a big drop.
Another big drop. I rolled it. Chicken line. Definitely need some rain out here. This was the one that Liam dropped off the face of the earth on. It scared the hell out of me. Soft shoulder. Definitely some more scary stuff coming up. Whew. Ooh. Ah, it's supposed to come off that notch at the front, I think. Oh, that was a little detour. That might have been an easy path. I see right, I see left. I see a big old drop right here. I think it's, oh man, now I'm confused. I bet it meets back up. I bet it's just a bypass for that drop right there. Woo! Oh yeah, Intimidator. This is where I lost my Garmin last time. It's so steep that it flew out of the back of my bag and then it hurtled down the trail. Last time I used it. Just been using my iPhone ever since. Oh man. Whoops. This right line is perfectly fine. Just had to get a feel. Does help having a guide just to follow someone in so you don't play the old mind games. Whoa. Yeah. It's almost over. Darn it. Wee-hee. There's a little berm there, but me and 1,000 other people seem to have missed it. Stare straight into these ruts here. Oh. Darn. Whew, she's getting me today. It's very cool though. All right. Oh, I don't remember this. Howdy. Thanks. Howdy. Thanks. Hell yeah. Oh, it's a soft one. I'll take this way. Everything seems to have linked up on this trail so far. All right. It was worth it. I love this thing. I would love to ride that thing 5 more times today. Get all the stuff I messed up and just really know the trail. It'll have to wait till next time. Okay, 4 o'clock, still plenty of time. Awesome. So I love my buoy core changing towel, but the problem always is that you still have to stand in the dirt. So I end up using this bag. The bag gets dirty, so I need to buy like a little floor mat at AutoZone or one of those places so I can just lay it down and then put it back in the car and be able to wipe it off. And now let the stink bag begin. I am super stoked that worked out. I'm usually not the type of person to just do spur of the moment type stuff. I like to plan everything out. I feel like watching Casey Neistat videos has inspired me a little bit, because that guy will do something. If he has 5 minutes in his day, he will do something. So I had time, I made it happen. Friggin' awesome. Back at it, back to the traffic. Got about an hour according to Google Maps. There's a crash on my route, apparently. Huh, who would have thought? You guys heard of this band called Radiohead? Ooh-wee! Got some good hits. I can't play you any of it or YouTube will delete my channel, so just take my word for it. I've made it to the Marriott, and I'm getting to pay the privilege of $35 a day to park here, and I can't find a single spot. Rinky dink. Okay, found a spot. Good. Not good is that this parking garage is not covered. My last parking garage in LA that was $35 a night was covered at least, and you had some little taste of safety. So I'm probably just gonna break the bike down and throw it in the back of the car. Sweet, I fit the bike in just fine. So now it's just a matter of getting checked in, waiting for my mom and my aunt and my brother and his wife to show up, and that's it for today. Thanks for watching, you guys. I'll see you on the trail.